Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Christina Moody Lawson with us today. She's a colon cancer survivor, first and foremost, so we're so happy that you're with us. And she's going to share, also a local teacher, but she's going to share about an upcoming race with us to raise money. So tell us a little bit about it. I love the name.
So it is called Get Your Rear in Gear, and it is through the Colon Cancer Coalition. This is our second year, and it will be on March 22nd at Still Creek Park. It'll start at 8 a.m. It raises money in conjunction with Healing Hands and Gastrology and Associates, and it helps underinsured and uninsured patients in our area to get preventative screenings for colon cancer.
So how did this race come about?
Well, basically, being a colon cancer survivor, I started doing research in our area and found that there are no other races, no other fundraisers that help to raise money for this cause. And so it's rampant in my family. My cousin died at 35 of colon cancer, and my aunt died at 62. So I became extremely passionate about it when I lost them, and then being a survivor myself caused me to want to help people.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't get colonoscopies till they're much older.
Right. You should have your first colonoscopy at 45. Okay. So the standards have changed, and you should be getting your first colonoscopy at 45. Okay.
So, and this, if you want to run, and I think everybody's ready to get outside after this winter.
I think it's a great idea.
March 22nd just can't come soon enough.
Absolutely.
So dust off your tennis shoes, start racing. Tell us a little bit about how the race works.
So when you arrive, you can register, you can pre-register online. And the easiest way that I tell people to do that is just Google Get Your Rear in Gear Bristol, and it'll pop right up for you. It's also on Facebook events, so you can access it there as well. And then there are flyers around our community with QR codes on them, and you can access it there also. So you can run, you can walk, and you can even do virtual participation this year. So if you just want to join us virtually and do the walk that way, if you're not able to get out and actually do the walk, because we had some interest in that last year, so we implemented that this year.
Oh, that's a great idea, especially for people who want to help raise money and support the cause. So I'm sure, how much does it cost to enter?
It's $30 for registration, and so you can do that online for if you want to register early, or you can do it day of at the race.
Okay,
we'll have
so 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Well, you probably need to get there earlier if you're going to register the day of the event, but it would be nice. So I can't imagine what this means to your family, you know, just being a part of something like this.
It's really an extraordinary event for us. Last year we raised a little over $10,000.
Oh, wow.
So we were able to give 6,100 of that to Healing Hands. So they have helped. So far they've been able to help 6 patients, and they're in the process of getting more registered and getting through the process. And Gastrology and Associates has offered those colonoscopies at a discounted rate for them. So it's really been an extraordinary event for our area. And my ultimate goal is a colonoscopy bus, but we'll have to get our funds up before I can afford to do that.
And then everybody, 45, you know, step on up to the bus.
Yes.
That's great. I love that. And that gets to a lot of people that can't necessarily get out as well.
Right. And it would do like the health fairs and things like that. That's my ultimate goal. And the only way that we're going to get there is local sponsorship. So if you are a business, if you know a business owner, please reach out to us and sponsor our event.
So now tell us a little bit about your journey. Now you're cancer-free. What's next? How do you stay on top of this?
So I was diagnosed at 35. And so I had a colon resection, and then I have yearly CT scans and just different scans and blood work to keep up with that. And I see my oncologist every 3 months to make sure that there's nothing in blood work that's alarming. So I make sure that I keep up with every scan and all the blood work. And if I have any alarming symptoms, I call my gastrologist and my oncologist, and they are wonderful to let me come in and do some extra testing.
And it is really not as bad as people think.
Getting
a colonoscopy, they make it pretty easy. So.
The colonoscopy process is really nice, especially if you're a tired mom. It's the best nap you will ever have.
That's right. They use that. I don't remember the propofol or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, but that's what they use.
That's right. That's right. Well, I hope that you have lots of runners out there and just lots of support. Definitely an event we can all get behind, for lack of a better word.
Last year we had 187 participants. So I'm hoping this year we reach 200.
That's great. Yeah. Well, we're glad that you're out here doing that
with
us and for the community, and everybody sign up.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Mark Andrews joining us today. He is the marketing director for Paramount Bristol. We're so excited. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And we want to hear all about the events, lineups, Are you ready to give us, do you get a pen and paper for
Yes,
sure? Because
absolutely.
there's always like something going on at the Paramount
Yeah,
all the time.
I feel like I could talk all day about everything that's going on. There's so much going on and so much planning that's not up on the website, so many things that we're going to do. It's going to be a special, fun year. So we have, we're partnering with the Country Music Museum, and we have several shows with them, Farm and Fun Time, those shows are called, and usually they're bluegrass country, and a lot of fun, a lot of really good bluegrass artists coming. So we're excited about that. Of course, we have, for classic rockers, we have Billy Gibbons, who is ZZ Top. And that show is selling fast. Get your tickets before they're gone. And then we have some comedians, Kathleen Madigan, we're very excited about. And we've got Marty Simpson coming up with Love FM on February 13th. So I could literally talk and you could just sit there and nod your head, because I could talk about so many shows.
How long does it typically take you to kind of plan the calendar year out?
It depends. And we don't have the luxury of planning artists for the entire year, because we're a small theater and we rely on routing. And if you don't know what routing is, that means if an artist is in Knoxville or Charlotte or Roanoke and they're traveling through here, we're lucky we have an interstate because they travel through here. And when they do, we can get them at a price that is affordable. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do this.
That's great. And I know there's, you really kind of cater to something for everybody,
Yep.
Whether it's families or, like you said, if you're into bluegrass or classic rock.
We have great kids shows coming up. We have Puppy Pals, and we have How to Survive Middle School, which I can't wait for that. And then if you're interested in psychology and how the mind works, we have Psychology of a Murderer coming up, and I am looking forward to that one. Actually, I will be purchasing tickets to that show.
I love that. Now, if you want to purchase tickets, what's the best way to do it?
It's paramountbristol.org, or you can call our box office, but it's so much easier to do it online.
Mm-hmm. Just jump online, get some tickets, and also there's the lineup, so you can really see the calendar of events. We've got, I'm sure February's booked. Every month you pretty much have.
We're pretty slammed, and we're going to book some more. And we have some really big shows come. We're going to announce a group of shows here very soon. We're going to have I got to be careful. I don't want to say too much because I can't give too much away. I want to, but I can't. We're going to have a big party, I guess you could say, a gala. And we're going to announce a bunch of shows and some really fun shows. And then we will make those available to the public all at one time as well. It's going to be 6 or 8 shows, I think, we're going to announce.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So definitely stay tuned for that. Well, you're going to have to come back on and unveil all these for us, because now you've got us like on the hook.
Good.
What is coming to Bristol? This is great. In terms of marketing, what's your best way of marketing these shows?
Well, it varies. I have learned that sometimes TV works great, sometimes radio works great. Facebook works really good. I'm a radio guy. I did mornings over at XBQ. I'm currently doing mornings at TFM. And I would love to say that radio is by far the best. And it is really good with a lot of artists, but there are some artists that TV and Facebook work better with some genres. And then Facebook is just, it covers so much, and you can reach so many people. It's hard to fight it. As much as I've tried to fight it, I can't fight it.
You got to get on that social media.
Yeah, you
bus.
really do.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the Paramount really is a beautiful place.
It's amazing.
If you've never been, this is the time. Every time you go in there, you're just like, oh wow, this exists here.
You can see and feel the history.
It really, it's very, very special. So, well, thanks for always being, available to come in and tell us a little bit about what's going on and getting us interested in the surprises that are upcoming. So we'll be looking for that.
Sure.
Anything else you want to add?
Just come see us. It's an experience. It's not just about the show. It's an experience. I've seen, working in radio, I've seen thousands of shows, and there's nothing like seeing it at the Paramount. It's a different feeling.
Yeah, it really is.
So come experience it.
Thank you. Thank you for being on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Linda Stallings with us today. She's a health coach and an incredible one. I've heard so many good things about you, and we've got a class at the Slater Center that is for everyone. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yes. So thank you for having me today. The class is called Functional Fitness because we like to, of course, as we age, we like to be able to get ourselves up out of a chair, bend over, pick up, put our groceries up. So functional things. So what I do in class is really work the muscle groups that are going to keep us moving throughout our lifetime, longevity.
I love that. Yeah, because so many times you do things and get injured with such a simple thing, like just bending over to pick up something.
I hurt my back and I go,
that's right. And you're not doing it right. So this is great for everyone.
Yes.
Truly.
Well, kettlebells, I don't know if you're familiar with them. I brought one to kind of show. They're old. I mean, they've been around for a long time, but people haven't used them. So what we do is a cardio kettlebell. So it's not just swinging. You know, we're doing a lot overhead. We're doing some on the floor or getting the bell on the floor. So it's a variety of exercises. So we have resistance training coupled with aerobic training. So it's like 2 for 1. We go 45 minutes and you have done some strength training, some resistance training, and you've had your cardio workout and you have your stretching for mobility. So it's really comprehensive.
I love that. So if people are interested out there, how do they find out about like the times and how to get involved?
Yes. And you know, the Slater has 30 different classes. We're one of many good classes that they offer at the Slater. I teach on Wednesday mornings at 8 o'clock. I know that sounds early, but you're finished for the day. And they also are going to have a Friday morning functional one as well at 8 o'clock. I also wanted to mention that beginners, please come because it's the size of the bell that makes it more intense. So we can start you with a small bell, kind of work up to what challenges you. Like if you came to my class, we would have you start, you know,
with a small bell.
Well, you're not a beginner, but with a lightweight bell to get the form. And then as you get more and more used to what we're doing, then we would up the weight so that you do want to build muscle. You know, especially as women, we want to make sure that we build muscle to keep our bones strong.
That's right. Now, as a health coach, what are some of like your favorite tips and suggestions for
How long
for
do we
people?
have?
I know.
So, I mean, I've got a million, but I'm really focusing on movement is medicine and the mobility issues. As people age, we lose it because we don't use it, basically. So I'm all about movement is medicine. Get up every day and maybe there's some days, do I want to get up and be here at 8 o'clock and, you know, work out? Not necessarily, but I'm telling you, honestly, once I come, I feel so much better and my body moves better and I don't, you know, I'm not as stiff and have more flexibility. So mine would be movement is medicine and really work on mobility so that when you're 90 years old, you can get yourself up out of a chair without your children, if they're around, helping you or without someone helping you. You want to keep your body strong. I mean, God made our muscles to move, not to sit. And so we have to get up and move as much as we can throughout the day. So that's one tip. I've got a lot of nutritional tips too, but that's one tip that I would really, and I see you have your water here. That's a big tip. Drink a lot of water because that hydrates the muscles, keeps our cells healthy. So those are some good tips.
And diet, of course, plays a huge
of course.
role.
You know, people think you can just do one or the other. It's really a combination of the two. I mean, I could come and work out all day, and then if I go home and my diet is poor, then I'm really not going to see the results that I could see. So it's a marriage between nutrition and movement. And once you marriage those two, then you have a good holistic wellness lifestyle. I'm not saying it's always easy. I have an 80-20 rule that if you do, you know, the good healthy lifestyle 80% of the time, then 20% of the time, it's okay. If you know, go out and eat and you feel like you blow it, or over the holidays you feel like you blow it, well, that's okay. Pick yourself up, start all over again. We're all human, and we all can kind of backslide on our routines sometimes. So it's just a matter of starting again. It's habitual. You know, the habits, it's a habit. So over time, it becomes habitual. So it's like brushing your teeth. You don't get up in the morning and think, am I going to brush my teeth? You brush your teeth because it's a habit. Same with exercise, same with nutrition, making good choices.
I love that. Well, these are good tips, and I think we've motivated everybody to come and check it out and, get fit and
have fun.
Yeah.
We have a great time.
Oh, I know.
do.
And I think that's a big part of it, too, that we didn't mention is the community.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that.
It really is amazing.
Well, community is a big piece of wellness. They're seeing people that aren't well or have chronic illness are isolating themselves. And that's the worst thing. So this is a great socialization, and you make new friends, you meet new people, and when you're not there, we might call you or text you, and that's important. It's very important for our health and wellness.
I love that. Well, thank you for being on today, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Emily Champagne with us today from Believe in Bristol. This is exciting. We're talking about the adult prom, and this is a big fundraiser and a fun one.
Yes.
So tell us all about it.
Yeah, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's essentially the one event that we do strictly to raise funds for our organization. So it's pretty important to us, but we try to make it as fun as possible. And we are lucky that this has become a community favorite event, and people love it so much and wait all year for us to announce the theme and the date. And we've got a really great group of repeat customers for this event. We love seeing them decked out and all glammed up every year. And this year's theme is masquerade, so it's extra glamorous.
That is going to be super fun. And tell me about the date and how to get tickets and kind of what people end up wearing.
Yes, so this year's date we'll be hosting on March 1st. It is at the historic Bristol, Virginia Old Post Office on Piedmont, and we will be not in their main ballroom area, but on the first level in their kind of speakeasy bar.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, lending a little to that masquerade kind of dark and moody vibe. We're really excited. The space is so great, and we love being able to utilize that for this event, and it really fit our theme so well. It'll be from 7 to 11. And tickets can be found on our website under our events page. Super easy. It's $45 for an individual, $80 for a couple, which is, any two people that show up together. Hint, hint. Save yourself a little money. And then if you'd like to purchase a table, our tables seat 8, and they can be purchased through our office only, not online.
Okay, perfect.
So they're very limited.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's our tables still up for grabs?
Tables are still up for grabs.
Okay.
We've had a few claimed, but we've got a few to spare, so get them while you can. But we're really excited. We think that this theme is going to be so fun for everyone, especially we've had such a cold and gray January. So
everybody's ready to get out.
Yes, we want to give everyone a little light at the end of the tunnel, an evening of glamour. Think, feathers and jewel tones and velvet and lace and just very luxe and elegant. And don't forget your mask.
Yeah, you need that
It's a key
mask.
component.
I love that.
Hide those identities. Be whoever you want to be for the evening. I'm really
so fun.
excited to see what everyone does. What creative costumes and outfits people come up with the masks, because we always get the most creative ensembles at this event.
Oh, I know. The pictures are amazing, and you can even get your photo taken like it's prom.
Exactly.
Which
We've
is fun
got
too.
a whole slew of very classic prom activities. We have an incredible DJ. We'll have finger foods. The difference between regular prom and this prom is we have a bar. Gotta love that. But we do nominate we nominate candidates for king and queen and vote throughout the event, and we announce our king and queen for the evening at the end, and they are crowned and given sashes. We've got an official prom photographer, so you can get your classic prom photos, group photos. We've even got a section of kind of carnival-y type games where you can win little trinkets and prizes. So plenty to do, even if you're not a dance floor person. I personally am, but if you're not, we've got plenty of other things to entertain you. And it's such a fun event. Our committee that puts this together, this is their favorite thing to do for the year. And they get so excited about the theme and the decor and the games and all the components they can pull in.
And how about the funds? Tell me about how those are utilized within the organization.
So with this being our major fundraiser, these funds are kind of a blanket a blanket pot that we can use to fill in gaps. So we don't earmark the funds that are raised at this event for any one particular use. They just go into kind of our general operations, anywhere we need to fill the gap. If we need to supplement our Border Bash budget just a little bit so we can afford all our bands and keep the events free, we'll put some there. If we need to add it into programming for our downtown merchants to do business classes and things like that we can offer for free or at a very low cost, we'll put it there. So these are more just general operational funds that help us do everything that we do throughout the year, which makes them probably the most important funds.
Yeah, no doubt. Because you really do a lot for the community, and we really do appreciate it. And,
Thank you.
And this is going to be a great event to look forward to. So definitely get online and get your tickets.
Yes,
and
grab your tickets.
It's always fun to go to the old post office. It's like one of the prettiest buildings.
It's such a gorgeous space, and it's so nice to have a reason to be like red carpet glam for an evening, just because.
You've got plenty of time to get your outfit together, so that's
There's plenty of
perfect.
mask options online. I've been researching
dabbling around a little bit,
trying to figure out the vibe.
I love those like hand painted ones on.
Yes,
like
exactly.
in that Ever After movie. You know, that's always so amazing.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of those. I've seen like some steampunk ones, some kind of dark black lace kind of vibes. There's so many options. I'm really excited to see what people go with.
It's going to be fun. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about it. And
Thank you for having me.
And you, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.